Hello friends, welcome to my channel Noatech Videos, and in this video we will see how to configure DFS replication and DFS namespace. So I have two servers to demonstrate. So this is my first server, and this is holding the domain controller role as well, but this is my test infra. So it is always better if you are configuring this role on file server only, so that it would be easy to find all the shares on the file servers. So let's go ahead and start it. So as you can see here, let me show you, I have already installed the DFS management role on both the servers. So here you go. So this is my secondary server. Let me open DFS management. You can see, so on both the servers I have installed the role features, DFS namespace and DFS replication, and on both the servers I have some of the servers, sorry, shares. So let me show you the shares on this server. CMD not share. So in soft you can see I have shares. So I'll use temp soft and the host file deploy these two folders, and on the second I have also created some of the shares. Let me show you. So here you can see these are three shares, share and share 1 and share 2. So let's proceed. So you can configure the DFS replication or DFS namespace on any of the servers. I have for this demonstration I have only two servers, but if you have more servers then you can still add their shares into DFS namespace. So let me open DFS namespace. So let's start to create new namespace, and here we have to give the server name. So in my case my server is DC1. Next, and then here we have to give the share name, so it should be a logical name. In my case I'll share company shares, COMPANENY shares. So all the shares which are spread across the file servers, so they will be under this root name share. So this will be the root share, and if I open the edit setting, so we will give administrator have full access and other users have read and write permission. So this is because the user will be able to open the shares. Okay, then next, then here we have two options, domain based namespace and standalone. So we are going with the domain name. So enable window, that's fine. So the default option we will go with, and next, and create. So this is successfully created, and we can see this is my domain name and this is company shares. So now we can add directly the shares here under this new folder, or we can go through the replication part first and then enable the shares for the namespace. So I am going with this replication and new replication group. Multi-purpose, that's fine. So first option, so we can have more servers, file servers to replicate data among the shares or the file servers, and the second option you can see that is a replication group for data collection. So this is a kind of cache and hub. So we don't want, this is also useful while we are just doing a backup of server from one place to another place. So multi-purpose replication group, because I have two servers. Name of the replication group, I will give company shares, same name. This here description, if you want the same description, go create. Next, here we have to give the server. So server, in my case DC-1, and okay, resolve. So this is replication group member, and one more member I have to add because two members I have, DC-2. So these two members will participate in the replication. If you have more servers, you can add them over here. And next, service state will be updated at the end. Okay, and here these are the topology, hub and spoke, and full mesh. You can see the data will be replicated from one to another and vice versa in that form. And if you don't want to define any topology, then you can go with no topology. So I'll go with full mesh wrap. Here you can define the bandwidth. So bandwidth, as per your bandwidth you can define that. So I'll go with the full, but you can go with the, as per your network speed. And here the again option is replicate during the specified days or the time. If you want to schedule it, you can schedule it, but I want the real-time replication, so I don't have any choice. And the primary member will be the first server, which will take the priority where our lot of data is stored, and many servers, the shares belongs to that server. So in my case I am going with the DC-1. Next, and here we have to give the path. So I am defining the path. My shares are under GPU, so this will be, and permission, so existing permission I will go with. Also I will add one more, temp and soft. So these two folders I will replicate. You can opt for more, but currently I have only two. Next, on DC2, with what folders they will replicate with. DC2 sharing is disabled, so let me quickly enable it, and let me define the path as well. So it will be under share. Let me create a new folder. This is company shares. Okay, say okay. So this is enabled. So this is basically the DC2 location where this server will the share will replicate. Okay, then for soft, again I will go with, if you want the identical, you can keep the identical whatever the folder name is here on server DC1. So let me create the same folder, SOFT soft. Okay, and okay. So this is my second share and just create. So everything is succeed. You can see successfully configured. So this is done. Let's close it. Application will not begin until the configuration is picked up by the member of the replication group. So that is fine. Okay, so that's created. So that is here. You can see two folders are there to replicate, and here you see the members DC1 and DC2. Two members are there and replicated folders. You can see. And after some time the replication will start. Meanwhile, we were discussing like we created the namespace here, and now these shares I want to publish in namespace. So simply here, so this is easy way. Otherwise, again, if you are already creating the namespace and adding the folders, here also you can add the folders, but again you have to click for the replication. But if you don't want the replication to happen, in that case you can directly go ahead and add the folders for the namespace. So I have these two folders. So let me publish one by one, share and publish in the namespace, share and publish, and share the replicated folders. I'll go with this one. Okay, DC1 and parent folder or the namespace. So here this is my namespace. I am selecting which I already created. You can create the multiple namespace if you want, but I am going with only one. Okay, so this will be my share folder name. If you want to change, you can change it, and this is the path. So let's go ahead and say next and share. Okay, so all green. So this is successfully done. And here if you see GPU backup, that is reflected under company shares. So let me add quickly this one as well. Soft. Okay, select the share name. Okay, that's fine. Yes, and shares. And the replication will start from here. So let me show you here the replication. You can see here the replication. You can again define the properties, what are the folders. So let me open this on DC1. On DC1, this is the path. You can see GPU backup, and on DC2, let me see whether this is replicated or not. Not yet replicated. Okay, let's check this one. Soft. This is again. Let me open on DC1. So this much data is available here, and let's check this one as well. On DC2, this is not yet replicated. So let's wait for some time. For time being, I will pause the video. So meanwhile, let us add some more shares here from server 1. As you remember, we created 5 shares. Let me add it from DC2 as well. Right click and then new replicated folder wizard, and the primary server, and that is DC2, and folders to replicate. So let's go to the folders, temp, and these shares I created. The permissions, I will go with the existing permissions. Okay, and again I'll add 2 more shares here which I created. This is done. Okay, and let me add one more from DC2. Excuse me. share 2. So okay, this is done. Next, DC1, what will be the path? So let me create the path. So this is for share. Let me quickly verify. This is for share. Add it, enabled, and you just define the path. So under temp, I'll create a new folder as share. Okay. Next, then share 1 we have to give. So I am enabling because I already did not create any share. Just now I am creating, and here whatever permissions, sorry, this is not temp, so NTFS permissions also will be taken here. If you have any permissions whatever on share or share 1 or share 2, that will replicate to this share. Okay, so this is share 2 enabled. Okay, let me give the path, make, okay, create the folder share 2. That's done. We had only 3, and this is done. And let's create the synchronization already started, and let's add them in the replication as well. So not yet published, so let me publish share. Okay, so DC1 is the primary server. Okay, parent folder, this one, creating the share. Okay, share 1, this will be the same name. Okay, next share 1, share DC2. Okay, let's give the path, the namespace, this is namespace. Okay, share 1, I am fine with this. Let's do it for this one. So it is always good to create the identical folders, so that while you are enabling the sharing for the load balancing or to utilize when the primary server is done, so that all server with the same name will be available for the end users. I will show you that. Let me quickly do this. Okay, namespace, I have this one. If you have multiple namespace, you can give. So all are published, and you can see all shares are created. So let's quickly check the replication is done or not. DC1 was replicated to DC2. So let me quickly open the DC2, and here you go, the entire data is replicated. So I had only this much policies backup, so this is replicated. And let's check the soft. The primary server was DC1, so let's check on DC2 whether it's replicated or not. Okay, so everything is replicated here also, and in share 1 we don't have anything. So let's try something. So we will modify here. Let me create a file. So that's file test. Okay, test. Open 1 2 3 and save it, and let's verify whether the replication is happening on DC1 or not. You can see here, so this is real-time replication. Let me open this file. So you can see this file I created on DC2, and it is replicated on DC1. And here we don't have let me show you. On DC2 it was created, that is the primary server which was holding. Let me create here any file or folder. Let me do it. Okay, let's check on DC1. Excuse me, DC1, here you go, this is created. So real-time replication is happening. You can add multiple folders, you can have multiple replication, or you can add them to the namespace. If you want to have multiple namespace, like I have only company shares, you can create, and any time you can move them from here to any other. So let me check finally whether with this namespace all are accessible or not, our shares. So this is my primary server and here is the path. So let's check it out here. Okay, and here you go. So this way it will appear. So all shares are coming under company share. So company share, that is the root share, and as you have seen that share this folder and share 1 and share 2, these are present on DC2 and these one are on DC1 in my case.